Hi, y'all. I'll be right back. Oh, I'll be right back. Just waiting for a few people to get online. I can get my situated here. I don't know about you, but I'm getting to where I'm going stir crazy. And the bad thing about it all is I don't have that much energy when I'm stuck in the house. But anyway, I gotta tell you, I decided to make some ham and beans because I did this yesterday. I thought, well, you know, we could have these ham and beans, and then if he wants to get into something, he can. Well, a little bit ago, I was in the bathroom and I was washing my hands, and he knocked on the back bathroom door. Tom did, and I said, yes. He said, are you home? I said, yes, I'm home. He said, is your husband home? I said, well, I can't really be bothered right now by you because I'm fixing my husband some supper. So I think we're getting a little crazy in all this. So I came out to do, what I want to do is take these beans and little ham cubes. And what I done was I cooked them in the crock pot yesterday. I soaked them for about 2 hours or maybe an hour and a half. And then I put them in a crock pot and I put little ham cubes in it and a teaspoon of beef, the bouillon. You can use a cube or whatever you want. Now I salt and peppered them. So now, I can't hardly see over there. Hello everybody. And so now, instead of baking the cornbread or the cornbread muffins, I'm gonna make some cornbread dumplings, and that way they'll be right in them beans. So I'm getting the beans up to, just cook your beans and your ham, and if you do them in a crock pot, the water will not evaporate and you'll have some water for your dumplings. And I'm not putting regular dumplings like a lot of people do. I'm going to make some cornbread dumplings, and that way we'll have our cornbread in them. So I'm just going to go ahead and start here, show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put 1 cup of cornmeal and 1 cup of all-purpose flour. In this bowl, and I'm just going to take and let me see if I can get a knife out of here. That'll be good enough. And a fork, and I'm just going to stir that around in there, in that bowl. And you can do this while your beans are heating back up. I haven't had much of an appetite. I made them chocolate pies and I ate 1 piece, and I don't know what's wrong with me. I guess when you're not moving around a lot and you're not having to run and babysit and all that stuff, you just don't get that hungry. I thought it was the other way around. I thought if you just sat around you'd be hungry, but I don't know. I'm sure I'll make up for it. My daughter asked me, said, Mom, is there anything you need today? I said, no, there's nothing I need. I said Pepsi and Fudgsicles, and I said them are not a need. So I got that stirred up. Your cup of cornmeal, cup of all-purpose flour, And then I'm going to put, this is a 2/3 cup, but I'm going to put 1/3 cup sugar in that. You don't have to put the sugar. Okay. I'm stirring that up in this bowl. And now I'm going to, this butter was in the freezer. I forgot to take it out. So I've got this handy dandy. You don't have to do that. If you take it out of the refrigerator, all you got to do is cut it in slices. But I have frozen butter, so I'm going to cut it up another way. Usually when I make biscuits, I do it this way anyway, but I use self-rising flour. So we're going to cut, see, that'll just pour right out there in little shavings. I've had this from Tupperware for a long time. So just, if you got it in the refrigerator, just cut it in little slices and then pats of butter, and then cut it again, like in half, and then you can use your mixer or your gadget there too. And you're going to put 6 tablespoons of butter in that, which I think that was, let me see, 1, 2, 4, 5, that was 6. Okay, so now you're going to take your grater thing here, and you're just going to take that and grate that in there, make it coarse. By this point, you could even do it with your hands as much as it's cut down there if you're going to do it with a grater. The colder your butter, the better your stuff is, really. So I got that pretty well grated up here. Now I'm going to put a teaspoon of baking soda in that. Because it's all purpose. And a tablespoon of baking powder. Not quite, I don't think, but enough to, you don't want to put too much in. To make it easier, I think a teaspoon of each would probably be good. It's going to work anyway. Okay, so we're going to mix that all up in there. Now you want to make this to where if you push it together, it'll clump a little bit, and that's not enough. So I'm going to put some more butter in it. You want to make sure that clumps a little bit in your hand. It didn't quite get enough, I don't think. That's why it's good to measure stuff. I thought it was 6, but it can't be if it's doing that. Okay. Probably because it didn't all come out of there. Still got some up in here. Okay. Push that down in there. And I'll just use the grater on this now, or whatever you call this thing. I keep forgetting the name of it. you do your pie crust with it and stuff. Okay, that should be better now. And the beans are starting to cook up a little bit. You see, I got a lot of bean juice in there, ham juice. Yeah, I think that's going to be just right now. Okay, so the problem was I didn't have enough butter in it. So see now, I don't know if I can show you or not, how that kind of clumps in your hand. But it'll fall back apart. So now I didn't have buttermilk, so I made my own. You can either take a teaspoon or tablespoon of lemon juice or vinegar and put in it. And a teaspoon will be enough for 1 cup. And it'll, man, the smell of these beans make me hungry now. So they're starting to come up. And then I'm going to pour that cup of buttermilk in here, and we'll start with, see, it's clumped up already. I'm just going to take a fork. I wish you could see this. I'm going to take a fork and go around that buttermilk and put that into that cornmeal and stuff and make a meal. You don't want it too runny, and you don't want it too dry. And the beans are starting to boil. Now this is an excellent thing to do on chili too. You could do this on chili, it's really good. But I haven't made chili for a while because we don't eat a lot. I love it, but I could eat every day, but I might go to that sometime next week or something. So, there's your dumpling. And I love this pan here for doing stuff like this because it's as round as it is high, so I can, you know, like everybody can see what's in it. And plus I have more room for putting dumplings and stuff in it, or noodles or whatever I make. Okay, I got that mixed up. Now, I am going to take this, and hopefully this thing will work for me. I'm not sure if it works anymore, but I'm going to make the dumplings about that big. This is a little melon ball thing. And these are boiling now. And they've already been done yesterday, so they're ready. You can probably see the steam coming up. I want to make sure I get it the right temperature to put these in. Anyway, we're trying to do the best we can here. My kids live near me, so they make sure that everything's okay. Okay, I'm going to start putting these in. Just little pieces. Your little cornbread pieces. I don't think that thing's gonna work very well. Let me do another way here. Time I shake it out, it gets all crazy. Okay, I'm gonna put them in like this. That's how we always do them anyway. The only thing is, when you use a melon ball and you make it a little thicker, they get rounder, like little balls better. No use getting in a hurry, Pam. So we're having cornbread dumplings and beans, and I don't know, I'll find something else for him. So his cornbread's going to be right in his beans, and I'll chop up some onions. He likes onions with them. I didn't feel like turning the oven on and doing cornbread when I could do them right in the beans. Okay. I need to get a little more flour, I think, because I don't think that looks too good to me. I don't know about you, but I don't want a flat pancake dumpling. It looked right, but I don't think it was right. Yeah, this is better here. Just needed about a tablespoon more of flour, which I probably didn't fill that one thing all the way up with flour. Yeah, that's nope. That's not gonna work. I'm gonna scoop all that on top back in this jar, because that is not gonna work. You gotta make sure it's the right consistency. And you know, I do have trial and error with everything I do, so you're going to see it. Okay. I just skimmed them flat pieces right off the top of there. Well, let's try this again. Now this is a little thicker. Yeah. That's going to work, because you want to make sure you keep your form in them, or you'll have, like I just did, a full of pancakes on top. So these are working a lot better, and just that tablespoon of flour made that much difference. So make sure your cup is filled clear up with your flour. And another thing is, make sure, just take a little bit of that buttermilk or whatever at a time. Don't pour the whole thing in like I did, because I could have used a little less of it. But the way things are going today, we just got room for improvement. That's all I need to say. So I'm just going to put them in there. And remember, last time I asked you guys if I could peek, and you guys said no, I needed to put the lid on it. So I'm going to put the lid on it. But this is cornbread, so still got to put the lid on it. See, them's making up dumplings now. So now I'm just going to, as you can see what they're going to look like. Leave them alone, Pam, leave them alone. And then I'll just put the lid on that, and I'll let them cook for about 15 minutes. The It's a shame I skimmed all that off the top. But I thought I better do it before it ruined what I was trying to do. So they'll just cook for about 15 minutes now, and then I'll get something else up for us, like something to go with the beans and cornbread dumplings. And I'll post a picture down in beneath there. Let me see what you guys are. That's something you don't hear of real often, is beans and cornbread dumplings, but they are good. And I think he just got like a northern bean, and that's what we cooked, or what I cooked. Hi, Colette. So that's what we're having, and I wanted to share that with you because if you've never tried beans and ham, you cook your beans first and then put your cornbread dumplings in it, and you got a good little meal. And I think just about anybody would probably like this. Anybody from South anyway, because they all like beans. But that's what we're going to have tonight, and I'll find something else to put with it. Usually it's just beans, cornbread, and onions, so that's probably what we'll do. And so that's what I'll do tonight probably, and if that way if he wants anything else. And then I still have that chocolate pie, so he can have some of it. Anyway, I want to say God bless you to you all, and I'm working on a devotion and a lesson right now, and not right now this minute, but I've been working on it, and I'll be bringing it to you Sunday. And it's very interesting what the Lord is showing me in my heart, what he's showing me about, you know, now, and you know, we need to take serious now. We need to take it serious, and not with fear, but take it serious with what God is doing, because the light is going to shine. So God bless you all, and let's see, wait a minute. Somebody asked, coleslaw. Oh yeah, coleslaw would be good, but I don't have any cabbage. That would be good. I'll probably give him some cottage cheese and peaches or something. Just whatever we got laying around here. So, there we are. Beans and dumplings with ham in it. So I'll show you a picture or a little bowl when I get it done, and put it down to the bottom here so you can see what it is. Try them sometime, you might like them. I don't think I would like dumplings as much as I would cornbread dumplings in ham and beans. So I thought I would just go ahead and make that. So God bless you all. I hope you're all doing well in this time. I hope that everything, that you have plenty, that God gives you plenty, and just praise him. And I will talk to you later. I'll get back on when we're getting ready to do something else. God bless you. I love you all.